Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I'm so excited about this one because we're going to be reviewing the new Natasha Denona My Dream Palette. Now I did not buy every single piece in this new collection. I'll tell you guys why in just a little bit, but I'm here to review the palette today to figure out was this actually worth the purchase. If you guys want to see what this is all about, what type of look I create, and is this actually worth it, well then definitely keep watching. So before I dive into today's video, I just want to say rest in peace to Queen Elizabeth II. This is crazy. I cannot believe that she has been around for 96 years and has been, running and has been the queen for over 70 years. And I literally had an existential crisis yesterday when I saw that she passed. I was like, oh my God, she's literally the only queen I've ever known, right? But it's what they said when she passed that I was like, like it took my breath away. I was like, oh God. But they said this will be the only time in our lifetime that we will ever see a queen ruling England again. Because after this will be, well, now it's King Charles, then it's going to be Prince William, and then I don't remember what his son's name is, but like so on and so forth, right? Like it's going to be a long time before England sees another queen ruling. And it made me just take a step back when they said that this will be the only time we see a queen. And I'm like, oh my God. Existential crisis, because I was like, oh shit, like they're right. They're talking about like I'll never see a queen again in my lifetime. I'm just like, like it just, oh, it's so trippy. It's so trippy. But we are definitely witnessing history right now, and my sister's over in England, so I've been talking to my sister like, hey, so like what's going on over there, because I'm always like unsure if they're showing us everything, like how we view it versus how they're viewing it. So it's just a moment in history, and it really like kind of took my breath away when she passed. And I don't know why everybody's so shocked about it, because she is 96 years old, but I guess, I don't know, I always thought she was gonna live forever. But yeah, so my condolences go to her and her family. So with that said, guys, we have the brand new Natasha Denona My Dream Palette. Now, I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. I almost did not pick up this collection because the palette doesn't scream my name. Like, I don't necessarily think the palette's that pretty, but it is my job here as a beauty content creator to review new makeup releases to the best of my ability to what I can afford. And I really do love Natasha Denona's formula so much. I have quite a few of her palettes. I absolutely love them. So that's why I wanted to pick this up, because I knew the formula would probably be really good, but we'll see if I really like the color scheme. Now, I did not pick up the cheek highlighter palette or the lips one. I don't need any more lip products. I have way too many. And then the cheek highlighter face palette, y'all, it is so expensive. Like this whole collection that she launched is just so expensive. I honestly can't afford it. Truly, I'm gonna be really real with you guys. I cannot afford it. I was able to get this palette because I had a gift card at Sephora, so that's why I was able to pick it up. But I just can't afford the whole collection, especially since like the cheek palette is like what, $48 for a cream blush, a highlighter, and like a glow base. Like that is insane. That's a palette all on its own. It's way too expensive. I don't like cream brushes. I don't like cream blushes, so I actually passed on that. And I didn't need a $27 lip gloss. I did not need a $27 lipstick or a lip liner. That stuff is just way too overpriced. So the only thing I picked up is just the palette. So you guys are here to see a whole review. I'm really sorry. I am not the person for you. There's so many other creators out there who released more information about this collection. I just picked up the palette because frankly, that's all I can afford. And even this is a little expensive for what it is. Her older palettes used to be $65 and now this is retailing for $69. And maybe the reason being is because there's a triochrome shade in here, and triochrome tends to be just a little bit more expensive. Maybe that's why it's gone up in price. Or just the brand as a whole is definitely increasing in prices like everything else in the world is right now. So here we do have My Dream Palette. This is the outside packaging. I don't find anything wowing about it. It is kind of basic. I do like the kind of splatter paint, but there's nothing wowing about the outside packaging at all. So I do want to say I don't find this to be the prettiest, but it's whatever makes Natasha happy. Like I'm going to definitely support her. So on the website, it says that this is an eyeshadow palette that includes a captivating constellation of shades inspired by the elements of life that illuminate and intensifies Natasha's creative vision. So it says that My Dream Eyeshadow Palette contains two of Natasha's favorite existing shades. It also introduces 13 brand new shades, including a vibrant multi-chrome with a high impact foil finish and two sparkling duochromes that can also be worn as toppers. Whether she's wearing her signature smoky cat eye or elevating evening glam, these are the shades and formulas Natasha loves most, all woven into an ultra wearable color story that's perfect for everybody. So that is why she created this palette. So here we do have the My Dream palette, and when you open it up, this is going to be the color scheme right here. You guys know me, you guys know that I love color more than anything, so I definitely don't think the color scheme is very wowing. In my personal opinion, I know that if you are a neutral lover, you're probably going to love this palette more than anything, but being someone who loves color more than neutral, I don't find this to be the most appealing of the palettes, but I definitely can say that I'm sure the formula on this is going to be beautiful. Now, I will say that there are quite a few people who wanted this to be compared to the Glam and the Retro palette. I actually have both, and I want to show you guys just a quick comparison because I don't really necessarily see it being fully compared, but I'll show you guys. So first, this is the Glam palette right here. So here we do have the Glam palette. It's a very neutral, basic palette. And then we do have the My Dream palette. I'm gonna put these two right next to each other. They don't really look alike. I don't really see the similarity between the two. I know a lot of people were saying that these are very, very similar. I don't really see the similarity between the Glam and the Dream palette. I think maybe it's gonna be more closely related to the Retro palette. So here is the Retro palette. Very beautiful palette. And this is the Dream palette. So I can definitely say that if you have the Retro palette, you might not need the Dream palette because these two are very, very, very similar. You guys can definitely see the comparison between the two in terms of the shades. We have the Dream and the Retro, and they look so alike. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to swatch this palette, and then we're going to go ahead and dive into an eye look. I'm going to see if this was actually worth it. Like I said, this is definitely not a color scheme for me. I've had so many people ask me if I was going to pick up this collection, and originally I wasn't going to because you guys know I don't really find this palette striking, but it's also Natasha Denona. I love her formula more than anything, so I figured why not give it a try. So let me go ahead and swatch these shades for you guys, and then we're going to dive right on in. Okay, so here are the swatches. We have Black is Black, Aspiration, Serenity, Carpe Diem, Babies, Instinct, Thrill, Unity, Risk, this beautiful shade Invention. We do have that multi-chrome or trial chrome right here. This is in the shade Vision, Edgy, Spontaneous, Nurture, and Familia right there. So this is the swatches of the My Dream palette. Now I'm going to quickly swatch the Retro palette so you guys can see the comparison of the two. Okay, so this is the Retro palette and this is the Dream palette. So you guys can see there's definitely very, very similar colors between the two. Sorry, I kind of suck at swatches, but here is the Retro palette and here is the Dream palette. Very, very similar in colors. I think the difference between the two is this would be like a lighter palette versus the darker palette. So you're going to have the Retro, which is a lighter version. You know, the Retro is a lighter version, and you're going to have the Dream palette, which is a little bit deeper version of the Retro. That's how I'm kind of reading it as, because like when you look at the two, they look pretty similar, and then when you see the swatches, again, they look pretty similar. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to zoom you guys in. We're going to create a look using this palette, and hopefully this will be worth the $69. I really did love the swatches on here. They feel so creamy and buttery. They're super, super pigmented, but I'm just not 100% sure this is the palette for me. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in, guys, and we're gonna get this look started. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start off with the shade Instinct right here, and we're gonna work our way outwards, inwards. I'm doing a little backwards today. Hopefully this look will turn out, because I'm gonna try to use that shade Vision for like a duochrome, multi-chrome moment. All right, so I'm gonna take this and put it on the outer corner. I want to let you guys know, a lot of you guys recommended that I watch the show Devils in Ohio on Netflix. I told you guys I really love the show Echoes. So I watched it yesterday, and it definitely wasn't a bad show. It just wasn't what I expected. Like I guess I expected like maybe like a Conjuring moment or like Insidious. Like I kind of thought I was going to go more the paranormal route, and it definitely did not. I definitely thought it was a decent show, but it definitely wasn't amazing the way that like a lot of people hyped it up. It wasn't just you guys. Like I've seen a lot of people that I follow online say the show is so good, you gotta watch it. So I watched it and I was like, It was okay. It was okay. So if you guys have any more show recommendations for me to watch on Netflix, let me know in the comments below. I watched this other show called First Kill, and it's about a girl that's a vampire who falls in love with a vampire or a monster hunter. That show's okay too. Nothing too special about it. So I bring this just a little bit forward, just a tad. Taking whatever's left on the brush just to kind of bring that forward just a little bit. Oh my god, I'm fairly certain that every single beauty YouTuber is reviewing this palette or this collection right now. It's so funny is that I don't like to watch makeup reviews before I review a product myself because I don't want to be biased at all. Actually, if I'm gonna be honest, I barely watch any beauty YouTubers anymore. I strictly watch gaming content on YouTube because that's what brings me happiness. I love watching gaming content. There's a gamer on there called Corey X Kinchin. I absolutely am obsessed with his content. He plays a lot of horror games. Oh my god, he is so freaking funny. And he's who I watch. So I haven't really seen anyone really review this collection. I've seen it pop up because like I'm subscribed to like Paige, Leah Janae, Babs Beauty, Morgan Turner, Teresa's Dead. Like I'm subscribed to all of them, and I do watch their content, but I didn't watch any of their reviews because I just didn't want anything to be ruined for me because I don't want to be biased at all. So here we have this shade Instinct. I'll definitely say it's laying down beautifully and it's blending out so nicely. Like I think it's such a beautiful color. So we're gonna put the shade Vision right next to it. It's gonna be like this multi-chrome right here. It's like a duochrome or it's like a triochrome. And it's so beautiful the way that like, it just captivates the light. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna place this right here. Hopefully it shifts to the color that like I saw, which is like a purpley feel. Okay, so you guys are seeing pink right now, but like in person I'm seeing green. So I hope this turns out the way that I hope this turns out the way that I'm envisioning it, because right now y'all see purple, I see green. I don't know if you guys can tell. I see green on my lid, but it's coming out purple. I see green, but it's coming out pink on the camera. But in person, it's green. All right, then I'm gonna take the shade Invention, like this orange shade, because I thought this would look really nice next to this. And now I'm not entirely sure. Ooh. I'm gonna put this right here. It's like green and orange can go together, and I guess on camera pink and orange can go together. This is so trippy. I don't get why you guys are seeing just like a certain color versus like what I'm seeing. Like, ooh, like I don't get it. It's laying down beautifully. And then I'm gonna take the shade Spontaneous right here, and we're gonna put that right in the inner corner. Just like so. Okay, and then I'm gonna take whatever's left on this brush and I'm just going to kind of blend these together. And that's pretty much the look. There's really not much to it. It's a very simplified look, but it's just crazy because like I get to see like the champagne, the orange, the green, and the purple, but you guys are not seeing that. You guys are literally seeing the champagne, orange, pink, and purple, which is really kind of disappointing. I wonder if I could take like my flashlight and show you guys. What if I show you guys on here? Maybe you guys can see it that way. Okay, yeah, so there's not much to this. I thought this would be more complex, more in depth, but as you guys can see, the shadows laying down very beautifully. I knew it would. Like, I love Natasha Denona formula. That's why her brand does so well. It's a very beautiful eye look. It just is unfortunate that on here you guys can't see the orange reflex, but like on my phone you guys can, and like in person I could see how it goes. Like I could see the green reflex, not orange, but like yeah, that's just trying to get you guys to see. But let me go ahead and do the other eye really fast. We'll come back to do the under eye together, and I'll give you guys my thoughts, just let you guys know whether or not this palette was worth the buy. So I'll be back, guys. Okay, so now that the other eye is done and the face is on, we're gonna go ahead and finish off the eye look. So I'm gonna go back into So I'm gonna go into the shade Edgy. It's like this deeper purple, and we're gonna use that to put underneath our waterline today. And then we're gonna blend it out with a lighter shade. I just wanna kind of smoke out the under eye just a small bit. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm just going to place this just right here. Like literally kind of stamp it right along the waterline. I would definitely say the formula on this palette it's good. It's really good. I cannot deny the formula on this palette. It just sucks that like that multi-chrome or like triochrome isn't popping up the way that I wanted to. And these lashes, second time I'm wearing these lashes, these are the Kiss Lashes in Style Ruffle. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's gonna have this little mark right there. I can't get it off. Wait, 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 do you guys see that? Do you guys see? There is a little bit of green. Do you see that? Do you see that? You can see a little bit of the green. See? Okay, good. Okay. You guys can see that just a little bit. So I'm gonna lay this. That makes me happy that the green is somewhat showing up. Carpe Diem right here. And we're just gonna lightly blend out that purple very, 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 very lightly. Just right along the edge. Okay, to finish off the eye look, we're gonna go into the shade Thrill, like this golden shade right here. We're gonna use that as an inner corner highlight and a brow bone highlight. And that's gonna kind of complete the eye look today. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna lightly place this right here. This is a beautiful, beautiful golden shade. If you guys ever hear like a dinosaur breathing in the background, just know that's my dogs. That is just my dogs, Kaya and Koa. They like to breathe like a velociraptor outside the door. I swear, if they had a chance, they would take their little dew claw and just tap, tap, tap. All right, sweet. Let me go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, and this is the final look. So you guys can kind of see that green right there from that multi-chrome. On this eye, it doesn't want to pop up. Like, I know it's there. I can see it in person, but like right here, I can really see that green shining through. I just don't know how well it's coming off on camera, but this is the final look. I do think it's actually a really beautiful look. I do think these shades worked beautifully together. So is this palette worth it? Well, one, I have to say the formula is fantastic. We already know that Natasha Denona has amazing formula. The mattes are really pigmented. They blended very beautifully. These shimmers are so creamy and buttery and definitely delivers such a pigmentation to them. You don't need any glitter glue when applying these, which I think is absolutely fantastic. I think the formula on this is beautiful. Now this palette does retail for $69, and would I recommend it? Yes and no. So the reason why I would recommend it is that if you love neutrals, you love Natasha Denona, then I would absolutely recommend checking out this palette. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But if you're someone like me who loves a lot of color, who has a lot of her palettes, especially if you guys have the retro palette, which I think is like a lighter version of this one, then no, I definitely think that you guys can pass on this one. Honest to God, if I was not a beauty content creator, if I wasn't a reviewer here on YouTube, I would have passed on this palette just because it's not a color scheme for me. Now the formula, the pigmentation, everything about this palette is absolutely amazing. I'm just not the biggest fan of the color scheme personally. That's just me. I like more colors, and especially since I have quite a few of her neutral palettes, this one just kind of blends in with the rest. So if I wasn't a beauty content creator, I personally would not pick up this palette. But this is, again, it's just my personal opinion. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's just that it's not for me. It also retails for $69, which is a little bit more pricier than her other palettes. Her cheek palette, that's $49. That is just so expensive. Her lip glosses, lip liners, and lipstick being like $27. It's just overly expensive for what it is, in my personal opinion. I think at some point you're starting to pay for the name than the product itself. So while I do think this is a really beautiful palette, I personally would pass on it myself. Or if anything, just wait until they do the Sephora VIP sale in November. I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to get this palette on sale at that time for 20% off. Then it's kind of more worth it for me. But seeing as how I already own quite a few of her palettes, definitely not my favorite one. It is a beautiful palette. I'm still really grateful that I have it, but yeah, I definitely would not have picked it up right away if I wasn't doing our YouTube video, if that makes any sense. That is it for my video today. I'm sorry I didn't have all the products to review. There are so many amazing beauty content creators out there who do have the entire collection. I'm just not one of them. I didn't want to spend the money. I couldn't afford to spend the money. And I didn't want to I don't want to be one of those people anymore that goes and buys the entire collection. Like, I don't want to do it anymore, if I'm going to be really honest, because at the end of the day, majority of what I use isn't the full collection. Like, I know myself. I would have bought the whole collection and I would have used it once and probably never touched it again. And to me, that's so wasteful. One, it's harmful to the environment. It's harmful to my wallet. And I'm just kind of over the overconsumption of makeup. I really am. And I want to buy the stuff that I'm generally really excited about. So for now on, I'll buy the entire launch if I know I'm generally going to really use it, so excited for it. But if I just want one or two things from the collection, that's pretty much all I'm going to buy for now on, because I literally have overabundance of makeup. I don't need to keep buying more, and I don't need to keep buying handfuls of it. So you'll see little changes here on my channel. I've already talked about it earlier a couple weeks ago about how I'm definitely being overwhelmed with all the makeup releases. So I'm glad I didn't buy the entire thing, because I know me, I wouldn't have used all of it. I definitely will use this palette again, because I definitely use my Natasha Denona palettes, because the formula on these are fantastic and I can definitely make some beautiful eye looks out of this. But I'm not going to sit here and buy every single collection or all the collection when they launch stuff, just because there's really no point for me to do that anymore. So I know it's my job to review stuff, but I'm also being conscientious to the environment, to my wallet, and overconsumption, because there's a lot of it. And I think you guys would definitely agree with me on that one. So yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. I really do hope that you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, so I do post 4 to 5 videos a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to all these beautiful, wonderful paid to members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. You guys want to see what this is, so just give like a quick, okay guys, so before I dive into the video, I just want to say, you know, rest in peace to the Queen. So before we dive into today's video, I just want to say rest in peace to the Majesty, the Queen. So before I dive into today's video, I just want to say rest in peace to the Queen. And you love... So what I recommend this palette, right? I would have just waited. I would have just waited on it. But yeah, but this palette is available right now on the Sephora app. I think it's actually